Light Over Darkness 33. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a pretty good day. It's a little cool here today, but that's all right. So, Thanksgiving is coming up, and I wanted to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday, and then Christmas is coming up, so that's always a wonderful time for me. Now, today we're going to talk about two things. First thing is the number 229, and also we're going to talk about the spirit of wealth. Those two things, they do correlate together. So let's get started, and I won't be with you long, so you can go about your day, because I know you guys are planning a wonderful dinner. Let's go. All right. 229 resonates with the energies of love, selfishness, and faith. Through listening to your inner wisdom and your devotion to the angels, you'll be able to stand strong in serving others. The vibration from number 9, which is 3 times 3, which is the master number, the ascended master's number 33. Remember that. Resonates with spiritual awakening, selfishness, and faith. And those are things that we need in order to manifest, in order for us to have the spirit of wealth. Now, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the energies of love, selfishness, and faith. Now, the energy of love is very, it's hard to do, actually. It's hard to always be in the energy of love, and I'll tell you why. That's because your heart is open. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, which means that, sometimes the evil spirits will come for you because they know that you have your heart on your sleeve. And they know that you are protected by the angels, but, sometimes they will think that you don't know you're protected. And for those of us that haven't had our spiritual awakening, we don't know that we're actually protected by the angels. So we can continue to love and not worry about being hurt by mean-spirited people, by situations, or what have you. So be in that energy as much as you can. There are many videos where you can meditate in the spirit of love, and you'll have that. This particular season coming up, which is Christmas, there's a lot of love around. Even people who don't normally feel love will feel love through the spirit of giving. Giving, that kind of trumps up that spirit of love when you give. Because when you give, you receive. That's karma. That's the spirit of God. You give, you receive. Those are the vibrations that we need. Now, the inner wisdom. The inner wisdom is, some people call it mother's wit, but with me, it was hearing the voice of God in my own ears. It was knowing that God was giving me directives, and He was encouraging me, and He was keeping me going. That was the inner wisdom that I had. The wisdom to know, do this, don't do that. A lot of people have never heard God's voice, or they think it's their own intuition, their own mind, giving them an idea. There's a difference in God's voice and your own voice. His voice is a soft voice. A soft voice that sounds like it's behind your ear. And when you hear it, you'll know it because you will feel him in the room. You'll feel him in your spirit, in your mind, your body, and your soul. And it's a wonderful feeling to feel God in the room and to know that he's talking to you. He took time out of his day to talk to you. That's a wonderful thing. And those vibrations that you feel, it will resonate with spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is when you come into your own spirit, when you start to have the fruits of the spirit, when you start having the special things that God gives us, like prophecy, healing, speaking, spoken word. He'll give you spoken word where you can speak over a thing and make it so. Now, we're going to speak on this spirit of wealth today. You cannot have fear with the spirit of wealth because you don't have the spirit of fear. You have power. You have a strong mind. You have love. Those are the fruits that you're supposed to have. And you won't be afraid because you know that you're covered by God. You're covered by his angels, and that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No matter who says this is going to happen, that's going to happen, you tell them, oh, it's going to happen for me. Matter of fact, it would be better. I found this to happen, this to be true for me. I don't know about for you, but it's true for me. I try not to tell people what I'm praying for, what I'm desiring God for, because that's when you allow their spirit, their animosity, their disagreement, their unbelief to attack you. And those are spirits that are not of God. When people do those things to you, I would advise you, sing a song in your head. Get you a little melody going. Don't listen to them. These are your portals. That's another thing I want to talk about. Your ears, your mouth, your nose, and your sexual organs, and your butt. Those are all portals. And when you let the wrong spirit speak into your ears, or you smell something that is not right, or you speak something that is death over somebody else, you're speaking to their demise, you're speaking negative over their money, over their relationship. When you do those things, you're allowing the enemy to get into you and his imps. You're allowing that spirit to attack you and control you. Now, a lot of people may not believe that they can be controlled, but it's true. You can just look at some of the things in the world today. It's control, mind control, especially on television. You may not like a song, but guess what? You start hearing that song over and over and over, subconsciously, you will start singing that song. You start seeing this type of outfit over and over and over, guess what? You're going to start desiring that. That is why you have to keep yourself what they call prayed up. You have to keep yourself in a mind of positivity. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like. Stay positive and know that you can have those things that you desire. Now, also, about wealth. You can do wealth simulation. I advise you to do this. This is a wonderful tool I found on YouTube when I first started studying on YouTube. After the stroke, I started studying on YouTube in order to get my mind in a better place, because I was feeling really down about what had happened to me. And I looked at positive YouTube videos, and I also looked at manifestation videos. I started learning from the greats, and in doing so, it encourages me and encouraged me at that time to keep going. Now, this wealth simulator, I've seen these videos, and actually it's like a video that has money coming towards you, and it's saying different words that you're going to say over money to encourage money to come your way. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh no, I don't want to do that. Yes, you do. You should do that, because your eye is also a portal. What you see. Mind what you see. So if you're looking at positive things, and you're looking at wealthy people in their cars, and you're seeing cars and you're like, oh, I like that car. Guess what? You just took that vibration of that car. When you see millions and millions of dollars in the videos, guess what? And you say, oh, I want $1 million. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. It encourages you to want more for yourself. You don't have to come down here, live a poor life. Living poor is not of God. It happens as a lesson tool. Take it as a tool. Because when I had the stroke, and even before, when I had hard times in my life, I stayed encouraging myself, letting myself know this is not the end of me. This is not my life. My life is a wealthy life. I am God's queen. I know who I am. I know where I'm supposed to be. I know who I'm supposed to be with. I'm not supposed to be down and out. I wasn't born down and out. I'm not going to be down and out. And I'm not going to end up down and out. So when you start quoting those type of things into your life, positivity, things that are encouraging you, and you encourage somebody else, guess what? You have that spirit around you, that spirit of wealth. That spirit of wealth. So don't feel bad when you go out and you spend your money on something that's a little too expensive and you're like, oh my God, what have I done? Don't worry about it. That's because the spirit of wealth is around you, and that spirit is desiring wealth. So when you get in that spirit and you do those things, you live in a better home, you buy a car, you do these things, God will give you what you need in order to maintain that spirit of wealth, because we serve a wealthy God. He is a wealthy God. He created people that were very intelligent, who created pyramids, who created math, algebra, all these different type of things. They had gold. They had everything that was wealth. They didn't come down here and were poor. We were only poor after the things that happened to us in our lifetimes, in our ancestors' lifetimes, that created poverty because they were stolen from us, because our identity was stolen. And I'm sure you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, who looks like me. We are intelligent beings. We are not unintelligent beings. Know who you are. I know you saw the movie. I'm not going to say the name of it. But when the mother pointed at him and he was fighting and he was losing, she said, show him who you are. How can you show somebody who you are and you don't know who you are? Get to know yourself. Not what you've been taught that you are, but get to know who you really are. Get to know what type of clothes you really like. Get to know what kind of jewelry you really like. Get to know what kind of hairstyle you really like. Not what other people want you to look like, but what you want to look like. And then when you get in that mindset, your whole life will change. And you will begin to draw in that spirit of wealth. And that spirit of wealth will materialize those wealthy things that you seek. Now, a lot of people are wishy-washy with it. One day, they're in a good mood and, oh, God is blessing me. Oh, God bless you, sister. And then the next day, I'm so depressed. No, you cannot be both ways. It's better for you to shut up and let your life materialize the way God wants it to be materialized. Because you're his child. We don't serve a broke God. We don't serve a God that cannot do things. He is almighty. He is magnificent. So if he's those things, what are you? You're mighty. You're magnificent. You are a child of the Most High. Most High, not most low. Show them who you are. Have businesses. Each of us has a business in us. Cultivate that business. For me, I love computers. I love making websites. I love doing those type of things. And it's not always, a large or a big or whatever kind of website. It's just, I love doing those things. And I love doing those things back in the 80s. Back in the 80s. And I was creating websites. I was doing different things on the phone, on the phone I had at that time, and also on my computer. And I loved computers. It's something about them. The energy of them draws me, and it makes me want to know more. So I took a class in that. That class became a degree. So I thank God for still allowing me to have that desire. Even though I can't do things I used to do as I used to do them, but I still enjoy them. I still have an enjoyment in my life. And that's what you got to do. You've got to maintain that spirit of wealth in you. No matter what happens, no matter what it looks like, no matter what nobody says, stay the course. You are wealthy. I decree it in you right now. Because there's a lot of people who are watching right now, and I want them to know, wealth is your birthright. It's your birthright. It's just like you're born into royalty. Act like it. Act like you're royal. You don't have a queen acting like her handmaiden, do you? No. She doesn't dress like her. She doesn't talk like her. She doesn't act like her. Act like who you are. Be the queen and the princess that you are. Be the king and the king that you are. I can't think of the son's name. Prince. The prince that you are. Be those things. Because that's who you are. You're a king. You're a prince. You're a queen. You're a princess. You are not the lowest of the low. I don't care how your life looks right now. Use your mindset. Use your spirit of wealth to create the lifestyle that you desire. They're calling it manifestation, but I've always done that. And I declare to you, I have walked around the corner and found money. One time I walked around the corner. I was a young girl. I walked around the corner, and it was a bag of money. No note, no nothing. So don't tell me that God can't bless you out of thin air. You have a mind. Use your third eye. Use your mind and use your spirit to call forth those things as though they were. Call it forth. Tell your Father what you need. Tell him, I need money. And you don't need just one bill paid. He's not a one bill paying God. He's a God over all things. Girl, boy, go get your mansion. Go get your fine cars. Go get your nice purses. Go get your jewelry. Go get your gold. Have a nice life for your children. Don't just live any old kind of way anymore. Desire it. When you desire higher things in your life, you're putting that into your mind. You're putting it into your spirit. Start acting like you have it. They said, act as if. It's true. Act as if you're wealthy. Act as if you're wealthy. Act as if you have yourself together. Because I declare, God will get you together because you want to be together. He ain't going to force you. He's not going to force you to want better in your life. But if you're happy living in the gutter, he'll leave you there. But if you say, reach out and say, God, help me. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to eat like this anymore. I don't want to wear these kind of clothes anymore. He will give you the desires of your heart if you let him. Faith. You've got to have faith. Faith. What is faith? Substance of all things, right? It's in everything. Everything was created by faith. By faith, this world was built. Somebody had an idea, and they believed it would work. An artist has an idea for a painting, and he believes it will work. Even somebody who created computers, they believed they will work. Use your gift. Each of us have gifts, and we believe in those gifts. There's nothing that you cannot do. My angels, believe in your Father, the one who sent you, the one who gives you the spirit of wealth. Remember about the number 229, which is an angel number. I want you to look up angel numbers. Every time you see double numbers, look that number up in Google Schmooler. Like 223, like right now I'm seeing 225. Look those numbers up because that's an angel trying to get your attention to tell you something. It's time for something. What time is it? It's time for success. Now, I'm going to prophesy over your life right now, and I'm going to let you go. I prophesy to you that prosperity overtakes you and manifests in your life, and that you will no longer have a desire to do anything that's against the will of God. I prophesy in your life that you have a home that you desire, a home that you love. I prophesy transportation into your life of your own car, your own vehicle. I prophesy wealth to your life. May the Father, Yahweh, bless you with all the desires of your life. May he always continually keep you in good health. May you always know that he loves you and that he will never, ever leave you. Get in the spirit, children. Get in the spirit. And I'm not talking about where you yelling and screaming and all of that. Yes, I believe in tongues. Yes, I do. But sometimes you just have to get quiet. Sometimes you just have to listen to what you hear when you're quiet. Listen to that voice that will tell you how to get in the spirit of wealth, how to allow those things that be not in your life to be, to manifest, to be created. You are a creator because you are the children of a creator. And I want to tell you one thing, and that's the last, I promise. All of your ancestors are within you, and they're pushing you forward saying, hey, remember who you are. You come from a long lineage of people who were creators. You are a creator. You're not just a creation. You're a creator. Don't let anybody stop you from being a creator. You created your children. And through you, they have children. And then those children have children. Lineage. You have lineage. That's why we're creators. We create. Continue to create. To continue to be positive. Maintain your spiritual wealth within you. Maintain love, understanding, and all of that we've talked about here today. And feel free to contact me at any time. I love you guys with the love of God. I love you from your head to your feet and everything in between. All right, my angels. Have a nice holiday, Thanksgiving, they call it. Enjoy your day. I love you. Bye.